So yeah, well, it, one thing I like to think about with clients is, like I said, I'll send things before we start. So we're gonna have these investment statement policies, these risk tolerance assessments, and we're gonna go back to the why. That's why the why is so important. I'll spend a lot of time talking about the why. Why are we investing this way? Why are we? What's the long-term goal? What's the short-term goal? Where are we trying to get? As far as the noise that's coming in outside, I call it noise with air quotes. It's not really noise. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I try to look through that with my investment policy and look at, actual companies and earnings and things. You can't control everything. There's always going to be something if you look at the stock market, if you look at the history of the economy, there's always something that's going to happen. Be it Desert Storm, be it the dot-com bubble, be it the housing recession, or be it COVID, right? And then we just
Mm.
have what we had at the beginning of the year. There will always be something that's going to happen. There's always something that's coming up. Sometimes I'll tell that with potential clients, the ones or prospects. They'll be like, well, we can't do it yet. There's this came up, that came up. There will always be something. There will always be something that's going to come up. Let's remember why we did this. Let's go through this process and let's get to remember what the end goal is. We like to look far out and pull it back in. People talk about your hierarchy of needs, right? Where if people don't have those basic needs met, shelter, food, etc., then they can't make informed decisions about whether or not they are going to invest or just go all the cash. Like I'm never going to tell them to go all cash, but if they want to go all the cash, something like that. You
Yeah.
have to understand like mindset and mentality because people, when you start, you can sit down with someone and say, we're going to buy low and sell high. But people do the opposite. People
Yeah.
sell low and buy high. It's just like the mental mind state behind everything. So I think that, and this is for anyone looking for a professional to work with, you should take that hierarchy of needs into looking at them as well when you go into like, is this person, because clients can tell if you're like, if you need this sale or whatever, right? They can tell you
Mm.
you need to work with someone who's has their bases covered already so that they're not stressing about their money and making some kind of decision to try to make a faster buck or a bigger return, right? They need to be mentally stabilized as well as you. So it's just the mindset. Like I said, we'll pull this stuff out. We'll talk. Like if someone wants to make some big drastic change, why did something change? Did I miss something here? This what we talk about? Our plan in January change from April. And I'm also calling people. Like if I see it going bad or if I see whatever I see, I'll call my
Mm.
clients ahead of time. So April when it went to whatever it went to, I was talking to my clients. Like I was calling them. They don't have to call me in that situation. And I let them know, like, I'll reach out to you if I see something. So they know if I'm not calling them, like, and I'm not gonna call them panicking ever, because I know that in the long run it goes up and to the right.
Yeah, absolutely.